All right, classic wheel cylinder problem. Trying to replace the wheel cylinder, in this case, a lot of the brake parts. You gotta remove the brake line, and it's been in there for a long time. Usually, the fitting and the line have become one, and so when you twist the fitting, you twist off the line and it breaks. Mm-hmm. What do you think, Lawrence?
I have very low confidence in this pulling off.
Oh, don't you worry. Don't you?
I'm waiting for your Michigan experience here.
Oh, you're waiting for a Michigan experience? Okay.
Oh, okay.
You want to see my Michigan experience? I'll show you my Michigan experience. All right, prepare to be amazed.
Oh, yeah, I don't like our chances.
Have faith, Lawrence.
Okay.
I've been through some shit, my friend.
I don't think the nut turned with that.
I don't think
spanner.
I think she's pretty well munted.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that nut turn at all.
It's rounded F. Now, all hope is not lost. All hope is not yet lost. It will be lost soon. But at this point, we've made a wager. You don't think I can do it?
I don't think you can do it.
Frankly, that motivates me. Come on, you son of a bitch. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, the whole line's moving. It's okay, it's okay.
Will she catch? Will she rip?
Oh, it's over. It is over, my man. Brake line has been saved. Voila. Yikes. Behind me is HUD, Master Welder HUD. Because I am not a Master Welder, I have been forced to become a Master Grinder. So you add Master Welder plus Master Grinder and you get pretty damn good quarter panel, I gotta say.
Residents in the state's north are watching and waiting with 300 millimeters predicted to fall.
We've got roughly 18 days reasonably. I mean, technically, the Denny Ute muster's on the 30th, but we've got to get it inspected and go through it. So maybe we've got like 18 days. So here's where we stand. Here's the main kangaroo hunting ute. Ultimately decided this thing is done. It just required too much work, too many rust repairs and tricky spots. You can see the front of the bed, the back of the sort of the firewall here, or plenum, rotted out. That would be a difficult rust repair. You could do it, but it's just a pain in the butt. And then the floors themselves, you can see they've been banged up. It's like they took this thing on a jump. Between that and the frame rail in the front being a bit dented, ultimately, I decided, okay, this thing, forget about it. It's just too messed up. So the parts vehicle became the main vehicle, and we've gone quite a ways to fixing the body problems it had. We still have to fix this door. It doesn't have any guts, so we have to put the locks and the windows in. And then, of course, we got to find an engine. So the Hemi 6 that we initially bought was completely munted, as they say here, and locked up. So we need to find an engine, and then from there, install engine, redo the suspension and steering. Yeah, it's still going to be a sprint to get this done in time. We really got a lot of work to do. Look at this. $900. I basically bought an entire car. Anyway, we're here in Regional Auto car parts store in Dubbo, and I just want to show you what a car parts store looks like here, in case those of you in the US are curious. So it's a lot like a car parts store in the US, except you've got great brands like Start, you bastard. You know, you got your fluids, you got your batteries, a ton of lights. This is a little different than in the US. I think around here you've got a lot of people who have utes, a lot of tradespeople who've got, you know, utes with trays, and a lot of farmers. So you gotta have an assortment of lights for trucks and all that kind of stuff. Big tool chests that come completely kitted out. And then, yeah, you've got a lot of the same tools that you'd expect to see in the US. Bearing separator, valve spring compressor, OBD thing there. You've got your hones. Very similar to like an AutoZone Advance O'Reilly that you'd see in the US. And here are the parts I ordered. Almost 1,000 Australian bucks worth of parts. There we got a nice GMB water pump. We got a clutch kit. Oh yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Here's the clutch disc itself. Look at that, that's great. We got brake shoes, radiator hose. We've got some wheel bearings. We've got bushings. We got all sorts of tie rod ends, U-joints for the... Let's look at a U-joint. Oh, here we got some bushings, looks like. Control arm. Engine mounts here. Let's look at a U-joint. I love... There we go. Look at that, universal joint for the drive shaft. What do we got in this big box here? Ah, yes, lower ball joint for the front suspension. All right, great. Expensive, but great that I can get these parts here, and it's time to bolt these suckers up. All right, it's the weekend. Lawrence is off to a wedding, but luckily, his secret weapon is here, Gordo. Today's wiring day, and it's going to be hell for me, but heaven for Gordo, because he's kind of weird like that. Ain't that right, Gordo? You're a wiring man. Let's have a look at some of the problems here.
What we're doing is trying to identify just what wires we can use out of this original harness. And
looks like we got a gray and pink striped wire here, and another gray and pink striped wire here. As you can see, the insulation has just gone. Yeah, so this car, all of these wires have been just sitting out in the elements. Rain, sun has just been hitting them. They've been exposed. So a lot of the connectors are kind of completely disintegrated. Like actually, one of the worst ones is the steering column connector. Look at this thing. It just, if I squeeze it, it just, look at that. It's sand. Oh, and here we have a wiring diagram, which to me is the most intimidating thing in the whole of wrenching. Luckily, we've got two other utes to use as reference. Okay, well, I'm at the point where I'm comfortable catching spiders. So here's one that I foolishly put into a box labeled strong and bitey. He's not thrilled about this whole situation. Okay, I'm gonna let you out. Just don't do anything weird, okay? And you're free. Oh. All right, today's a big day. We're taking Lawrence's mom's ute here. Little Ford Courier, UT 2.6. Anyway, what are we doing today?
We're gonna go take this diff, try and pull the bloody axle out of it because it is stuck. So I'm taking it to my mate Gordo's truck and agricultural workshop to try and just
slide hammer it out. Yep.
Bust this poor bastard out, and then we're gonna go get an engine.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get some parts. Actually, I think I have a list of parts we gotta get. It might still be in the garage. We're getting an engine, so that's the big thing today. For what are we paying for? Have we figured that out yet?
They said pay what you think it's worth.
Okay, well we'll look. Oh, we should get the borescope.
We got it.
Okay, we got it. All right, big day. We're getting an engine. Oh yeah. We've now wasted a lot of time because Lawrence
Too much time.
forgot.
Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, here we go. I was playing at home. The narrative is actually quite different. David is the man who took these wheel nuts off and then proceeded to just leave them on the shed floor.
And the result is we came all the way to this workshop and we can't get this axle out.
We've driven nearly 50 Ks.
Anyway, yeah, now we're, what's the solution now? We're no longer asking, are we, Gordo?
Can't argue if it's liquid.
You cannot argue if it's liquid, that's true. Because I foolishly forgot the nuts, we had to burn and then bang out the studs so we could use bolts for a slide hammer to remove the axle shafts. All right, you missed the action, but
Victory.
the slide hammer got it done.
Yeah, she's filthy.
You basically just slid that thing back a bunch of times and it busted us loose here, so.
There's some better linear motion than using a wheel drum.
Definitely. Oh, this sucks. So I'm out at Lawrence's farm here, and man, it's pretty pastoral out here. It's great. Lots of animals making noises, lots of machines. We're getting our first look at what we hope is going to be the engine for the project here. We're here with Lawrence, and of course Lawrence that you all know. This is the. Can you tell us where this engine was stored?
Yeah, it was stored on a dirt floored shed down in the same shed as the chooks live, in a separate compartment.
That's
obviously.
chickens. So this thing's been sitting for a while.
Well, I don't think it's moved since it got shoved in there.
How'd the oil look? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah, she's clear. So it's been
I changed
recent.
the oil.
Oh yeah,
oil
looks
filters.
good. Looks good.
Yeah.
I don't know what model they come out. They must only come out about one model.
It's pretty clean, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't
Yeah,
look
it's only like real late
good.
stuff
It
like
turns
CL.
over.
Well, that's half the battle there.
When I got it out, there you can
Yeah.
turn it.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. No dramas.
After scoring the engine from Lawrence there on the tractor, he showed us a bunch of other Valiants that had a lot of parts that we could take home with us. All right, Lawrence is showing us where the engine was sitting for 18 years.
This is how I got it out. It's actually down in there. There's the hole.
Oh, did you pull it through the tires?
No, I pulled the tyres out. That was easy to wheel out. But yeah, it was buried just right there in that hole.
Oh my God.
Exactly there.
Look at that. Look at that deep hole.
Yeah, that's where the flywheel
Yeah,
was.
you can see where that sort of flywheel would have ended right there.
But since that motor came out, we've had 43 millimetres of rain.
Oh yeah. This Chrysler Valiant wagon.
165,000.
Wow. It looks like it's in mint condition.
Pretty damn good. It's got a couple little bumps on it, but nothing much.
Lawrence is such an important steward for car culture. There are people like him all around the world, but they're rare. They're important because they collect all of these cars and store them to sell off parts so that people like the other Lawrence and I can keep our vehicles on the road. During this visit, I had to sort of step back and just think about how awesome it is to be able to interact with people from all different walks of life, whom I can simply meet just because we both love cars.
If you need your stuff to see, you can pretty much have it.
Here we go, some exhaust stuff.
Hell yeah, look at this.
That's perfect.
Yeah, we can weld
Well,
this
not
up.
quite perfect. It's a long length. It's got the J on the end of it as well.
All right. All right. Dude, this is a pretty feral looking bull bar.
Oh yeah, she'll fit the aesthetic. No luck.
She's not moving at all?
Not the minute. Do you want to try pulling it up and down a bit?
Yeah, let me do that. Look at this bull bar we have.
It's a bit Mad Max.
Extremely Mad Max. Lawrence and I are just in this paddock.
Trying not to be killed by geese.
Trying not to be killed by geese. Took us far too long to get this bull bar off, but it's worth it. All right, we're gonna say farewell to Lawrence. Thank you very much. That was epic. What a haul we got. Look at this. Freaking, we got an engine, we got exhaust parts. It's absolutely epic.
A bull bar.
We got a bull bar, which is a great get. See, this is the advantage of being really embedded in the Valiant community like Lawrence is.
Yep.
He knows everyone. All right, moment of truth. We're gonna see if this motor we bought from a mud pit in a shed is any good. Well, piston looks fine. Ooh.
So let's go number 2, because it'll be different. Okay, she's a bit scratchy, but so far no barnacles, so that's a plus. So far I've seen
Here,
worse.
can you show the scratches again here?
What?
What the hell?
All right.
What is that?
That's a washer.
What the hell?
All right, that'll be
I'll
a
grab my magnet. and pull
magnet
it out.
job.
Imagine if we hadn't done this more.
Woohoo.
There'd be a freaking washer in our engine. Ooh.
Okay.
Good lord.
Oh, that's pitted. So, but that's not great. All right, door number 5.
It's not a very pretty piston. The head has to come off. It's either got to get honed and get new rings,
We have got another cylinder head at least, in case this one's trash.
Even though we turned it over by hand, when we got it back into the garage, it wouldn't turn over 360 degrees and the cylinders were rusty. This was the third engine that was Cactus. The first was the Kangaroo Hunting Ute Slant 6. The second was the 215 Hemi 6 Lawrence had picked up. And now number 3, admittedly a long shot, an engine that had been in a chook shed for over a decade. It was rusty and Cactus. It was time to look for engine number 4. To cap off a long day and a longer night of wrenching, Lawrence and I watched an Australian automotive classic running on empty.
I'm not a quitter, Mike.
Okay, we've got 11 days before we need to get this thing inspected, and there's just so much work to do that I'm a little bit concerned. I thought the engine problem wasn't a problem. But it is. So we have to get the rest of this done early so that the engine, so we have enough time to figure that out. So I've put together a schedule for today. I gotta remove the rear axle from that ute. I've gotta take the leaf springs out, load them up into that ute so that we can take it out and push out the bushings. I'm gonna rebuild the rear brakes, sand the front drums. I've already done that. Install the master cylinder. I'm gonna remove the pitman arm. So I think I can do this all today. Shouldn't be a problem. All right, here's a job that I would not recommend doing by yourself. I'm removing this rear axle because we're trying to get the leaf springs out. Well, for 2 reasons. One, this rear axle is the wrong one. Wrong bolt pattern. And 2, we're trying to remove the rear leaf springs so that we can change the bushings. So this thing is going out, and oh look, another big ass spider. Whatever. At this point, I don't even care anymore. Come on, you beefy thing. I've only eaten 3 cookies all day. That's it. That's all I've eaten all day. 3 cookies. It's just this intense focus, and it's bad. Like, I know I should eat, but I have work to do. And I'm dealing with some serious bullshit. Like, look at this here. See those 4 bolts that hold the leaf spring bracket on? Well, there's an access hole for it. As soon as I try to loosen them, they break. Look at this. 4 broken bolts from the other side. I'm going to be replacing them with some new fasteners that I picked up. Maybe this side will have some luck. I could get it out without breaking it if I used heat. It's just, that takes forever, and I'd rather just break these bolts and put new ones in. There it is. Boom. Look at that. Nothing like the feeling of shearing a bolt. Rebuilt the rear brakes. I used parts because time is of the essence, and you know, these shoes have enough meat on them, so they're good.
Oh, look, there's new cylinders and new springs. So yeah. That's the important bit.
That is. The worst case, we'll get metal on metal contact.
Right. Control metal on metal contact.
That's right. So rear brakes rebuilt. If you look at the to-do list, I have crossed all of them off, except I couldn't sand this front drums. We need to get some more sandpaper. I haven't installed the master cylinder, and I'm going to do that before I go to bed. I'm going to try to remove the pitman arm, but it's going to fight me all the way out, I bet.
It will.
But otherwise, we are prepped for the big day, the 13th, where we install the entire suspension and steering system. So we're in a good spot. All right, let's go get some food.
Yeah.
If we were smart, we would just wire them together, but we're not. So
we're beyond that.
We're using this screwdriver.
Perfect. There we go.